In a world where dreams are made and fortunes are built, meet 10 extraordinary entrepreneurs. They are risk takers, innovators, and visionaries. They navigate the ever-changing landscape of business. Witness their triumphs and challenges as they strive to turn their ideas into a reality. Get ready for the thrilling journey into the world of the real entrepreneur. Previously on The Real Entrepreneur, the first judgment zone has been activated and Lakasha, Silver Moon, and Shanita found themselves in the bottom three. Luckily, Silver Moon was saved, but unfortunately, Shanita had to face the judgment of going home, which left Lakasha an opportunity to now level up. Then there were 9 contestants left to now step into another week and another challenge to see who will advance and who will be placed yet again in the judgment zone. Tune in for this week to find out. So are you ready for more ambition, surprises, and unforgettable moments as the journey continues on who will be crowned the real entrepreneur?
Entrepreneurship isn't guesswork, it's strategy. Fox Point Academy mentors entrepreneurs to launch strong, scale to 6 figures, and access real capital from business, branding, marketing, credit to funding. We build you to last. Fox Point Academy, where instinct meets strategy. Register at foxpoint.institute.
What do you do when pain becomes your past, but purpose becomes your future? That's the Pink Sheep.
This is pressure. Purpose.
Entrepreneurs, congratulations for making it to Challenge 2. However, there was one entrepreneur who dominated the last challenge, and that entrepreneur was Miss Renee. Please step forward. Congratulations. Entrepreneurs, your second challenge will not be introduced by me. The entrepreneur who will be introducing your second challenge is...
Hey entrepreneurs, so your second challenge is about sponsorships. I am Dr. Shamanique Manigault. I am a holistic wellness practitioner as well as a certified business coach. So I help people get to the next level with strategies and all kind of goodness. I'm looking for sponsorships right now because with my business coaching, I am taking my members to the next level. So I have a group called Wellpreneurs Built for Success, and what we've done is created a whole software. So with the sponsorship that I'm looking for is to help build a tech company. It eliminates all different type of platforms. We as entrepreneurs know we use one for email, one for text messaging, one for social media, planning out this, planning out that. So our goal is to be able to get the funding to be able to make this seamless as possible so that we can use our strategies and systems to get all of our entrepreneurs to the next level. So our goal for the second challenge is sponsorships.
It's not just about pointing and shooting, it's about delivering a quality product and giving each client a memorable experience. At SnapX Photography, we enjoy turning moments into memories. For more info, call or text 901-498-0625.
Again, guys, hey, my name is Dr. Manigault, and so I just want to tell you a little bit more about everything of how we even got to, from holistic care to tech business. And so I have over 20 years of healthcare experience. I started as a CNA, moved up, and then eventually got my own business because I got tired of like healthcare systems and the different Western medicine and all of that. But in doing so, what I've realized over the past 10 years is the people who don't take care of themselves as entrepreneurs. All right. And most of the time it's because they're stretched out so thin trying to keep up with everything that they're doing, trying to keep up with every system, because nowadays, AI is pretty much taking over, right? And so we transitioned over. My wife, she's a graphic designer and a producer, and she's been all over the world traveling. She does a lot when it comes to tech work. And I was like, well, why don't you ever just build your own software? And she was like, well, yeah, because that takes money to build that up and to get it how we want it. And I'm very particular, because I was telling her, I was like, I'm just tired of paying for this subscription, this subscription, this subscription, this subscription. And before I knew it, I was paying almost $1,000 in just subscriptions to keep my business going. So what we did was we came together. She took my business mindset, and I've been a business coach for the past 8 years, and I took her graphic designing, techie skill set, and we kind of came together with Software Made Easy. That's the name of the company. And so with Software Made Easy, we took every single platform that there is out there. We are connected to every social media: TikTok, Facebook, Threads, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, all of them. So that it could be integrated in one place. We brought in your email campaigns. We brought in your text message campaigns. In your social calendar, it's just not like a regular social media calendar the way you can go in there, and schedule your posts. What it does is it gives you the post, and then it says, no, don't say it that way, add this word. And then it gives you all of the viral hashtags, all of the viral trending everything, so that you can add it to your post. Because going viral is not about making jokes in front of the screen. It's about the system strategies and everything that you have set up with it. So when people go viral, you're like, they're not doing that but looking at the screen. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see what they're actually putting on it. So what we did was, because I don't want you to have to go to Google every time you need to see what's trending, we got that already in the system. It comes with your own personal phone number. It's automated. So therefore, when you have somebody reach out to you, you have no more missed calls, right? Because as soon as somebody reach out to you, you're with a client. That's always my pet peeve, because I'm always busy. Just like I was here, pretty much today, that's calls and things that I've been missing out on, but I've not necessarily missed out on it because of Software Made Easy. As soon as they call, I don't answer. It sends a text back to say, hey, I'm with the client. How can I help you? Why? Because speed is where it's at nowadays, right? Your two hands is not going to outdo AI. And that is why we came up with Software Made Easy, to be able to scale our entrepreneurs that's under us in our Wealthpreneur group, so that they'll be able to make it easier, to where they're not spending 10 years figuring out that, how to get the system automated. Do you have any questions?
Can you please spell your name, please?
CHARMANIQUE, and it's Manigault, MANIGAULT.
Just to make sure or understand, the Software Made Easy is an app.
So it's not an app, it's a software. It's an actual software program. So if you think of software programs like Facebook, Meta is its own software program. I'm trying to think of other ones, but they're like, so the actual Microsoft is a software program. So Software Made Easy is a software program to run the whole business entirely. Your website, your link in the bio, all of it.
So the sponsorship package that you're looking for is for Software Made Easy.
It's for Software Made Easy.
It's a smart software, like an AI software.
Yeah, well, it's not an AI software because we built it, but it has AI features that's included inside of it.
Yeah. This ain't a fantasy, this ain't a highlight reel. This is pressure, purpose, and proof. Welcome to the Real Entrepreneur.
I'm the real, built from the fire, made for the field. No cap, no gimmicks, this is how it feel. Dreams get tested, but the vision stay real. Yeah, we the real, work in the dark. on the wall, no time for excuses. Bitch under pressure, why'd you really produce it? Brand on the line, gotta move like a boss. One wrong decision and it come with a cost. They talk.
Tired of drama? Choose destiny. Break free from distractions and live in purpose. Be inspired, informed, empowered. Download the free app, live365.com. Search DoD Radio for 24 hours of music and more. There is destiny over drama.
So, when it comes to this challenge, this has been mind-boggling for me. I guess because I don't feel like I was given the proper information to be my best at providing what the entrepreneur needed. So it's kind of frustrating, and so it made me really nervous. So I guess this is like one of the most nervous times that I've had with doing this, with this challenge. So yeah, I could say it has me down a little bit, but hey, we're gonna see how it goes.
Well, hey ladies and gentlemen, my name is April Paul, and I'm here as a representative of Dr. Shemaine Monroe and company today. Today I wanted to bring you guys the opportunity to become a funding sponsor of a great product that she created. The name of that product is Software Made Easy, also known as SME. Software Made Easy is a $97 per month plan. It's all-in-one platform that integrates 14 social media platforms and systems all in one. It gives you the time, gives you back your time and protects your health. That is the goal. So about SME, the problem that we find as entrepreneurs, we're burnt out. We don't have enough time. We juggle too many platforms. We're paying stuff here, we're paying a subscription there, and we just lose too much daily time. And the neglect of our healthcare while building our businesses. So the solution, Dr. Mango came up with SME, which simplifies everything into one system. It gives us automation, integration, and it also gives us the chatbots that we all need. So entrepreneurs can work smarter, not longer or harder. Why this founder, Dr. Shemaine Monroe, brings over 20 years in healthcare and holistic disease prevention. She has personally transformed her own personal health. She was told that she wouldn't live past the age of 41. She was over 300 pounds at one time in her life. But she fought those battles and she decided to create something that would help someone else. And so in doing so, she came up with SME. Dr. Mango was voted Best Center for Medical and Health Weight Loss Center in South Carolina for 2 years in a row, 2024 and 2025. This shows how people respond to her products, how they respond to her services, which is a great accolade. Now, sponsorship. Why should you sponsor her? Because, we are raising $250,000 to build and launch SME, which sounds like a lot, but it's great and it's going to be a great investment. She wishes to launch by March 1st, which is 90 days from today's date. Sponsors are founding partners in a high visibility launch with access to over 500,000 monthly views across our health, tech, and entrepreneur audiences. What do sponsors get? So as a sponsor, you will get brand exposure, you will get founding partners recognition, and you also will get free software for all of your businesses. Early visibility in launch materials, and you will also get a projected ROI through early adoption. The target sponsors that we are reaching are the health and wellness brands, business services, banks, fintech, insurance providers, productivity tools. These sponsors benefit directly from visibility to time-starved entrepreneurs. Now the ask. 40% of the platform development is where the money will go, to the integrations, the chatbots, and the back-end systems. 30% of your money will go to the marketing and launch. That's the content, influencer partnerships, and paid media. We will then get into 20%, which will be broken down to operations and support. That's the customer service and the onboarding. 10% of that will also go to legal, security, and compliance. This funding ensures that everything stays stable, scalable, and the launch is accurate as far as March the 1st.
Thank you so much, April.
I say I'll go first on her. Cause babe, how they do on TikTok? You did it. Like you gave a story. You told everybody who I was. You represented the brand. You told what the brand was. How we got from, me being a holistic practitioner to opening up the software company. You gave the investor their time back. You tell them what they're going to get. You showed them numbers. It was amazing. I don't have anything bad to say.
I think it was solid. I like that you opened up with a takeaway. You're like, I'm going to give you the opportunity instead of trying, to have us buy in. You're giving us an opportunity to be a part of this. And then you were really good on the crusade, on the owner, the creator, why she was passionate about this. And then you also lent a lot of credibility to her, so that was substantial. And then you clearly laid out exactly what we were getting. Okay, so I thought you did a phenomenal job too.
Yeah. April, I would definitely say, way to create a visual. You literally, I love the numbers aspect. You literally laid down what each percentage was going to go. You did a very smooth transition from holistic to the tech part of it. And then you highlighted mental health, and then we knew we were gaining back time and we were gaining back health, because the truth is, as entrepreneurs, our mindset is to just hustle or just go, go, go. And sometimes our health and our mental health, it suffers in the process, and we do lose a lot of time. And so you did do a great job highlighting that. I felt like for me, you hit every point that you needed to hit. And I really enjoyed your presentation.
I would agree on everything that they said. I would like to see just a little bit more enthusiasm, but that's just so small. But I could honestly, when you were going through your presentation so clearly and concisely and labeling where everything was, I could actually, in my mind, even though you didn't have a PowerPoint and you didn't have anything visual, I could visually see. And as you were walking me through the steps, my brain was able to see it, calculate it, add it up, and know where it was going. You hit it on the head. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
April came out swinging.
She did. She made me
really
excited. Yeah. She made me excited about my own company. I was like, that's me.
Now, I wish we could have seen a little bit more of that excitement on her face.
Yes.
But I think she's so focused on what she's doing. But I'm going to tell you, April is a force to be reckoned with. Even from last challenge to this challenge, she is she's hitting it out of the park. And it's going to be really hard to top that.
I agree. I think she's one of the people who is truly taking the time to understand what the assignment is, but she breaks things down very, very well. And that's the key to so many of these challenges is how do you break it down and how do you get your audience to see all of the pieces and put them back together? And she's like a mechanic.
She is.
She just does a really great job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think she did exactly what I was talking about before. She tied the features to the benefits. She did a great job of explaining how it would help. She pointed out the problems and the solutions and why we would want to be a part of this. Like I said, I love how she took it away from us in the beginning and said, hey, I'm going to give you the opportunity, right? Not trying to sell it to us. And then she laid everything out. The only thing that I thought she might have done a little better is at the end explaining how fast we can expect the return on investment. But other than that, everything was very clear, very concise. I love that she got the connection with you. You know, like we felt the connection on why you're so important to this brand.
Yes.
Right, and then how it's going to benefit the business owner.
Right.
Because that's what it's all about. Why would they buy this?
Exactly.
And she was clear. It's like you're getting your time back, you're getting your health back, all of those things. So I thought she did great.
Yeah, she did an excellent job.
Once again, I really was nervous with this. I think I was nervous because I didn't typically have the tools that I would have to give a presentation. So I guess I was hard on myself. And so I was very nervous, but now I feel good and I feel better about myself and my decision to move forward and not having the tools that I felt like I needed stopped me from going on with this challenge.
Hello, I'm Lakosha Long, CEO of Lady Moss of the Sea. We offer 100% all-natural, wild-crafted sea moss, packed with 92 nutrients for daily wellness. Our mission? Empower, enlighten, educate on health with a pure, holistic approach. Call or text 678-300-1534.
I was a little nervous about this challenge. It definitely posed some new strategies for me to really come out my shell and really start using my mind and thoughts to get it together. So this challenge really took everything to the next step for me, and I'm excited to see what's next.
Hello everyone, my name is Barbara, and I am representing Software Made Easy by Dr. Manigault. This program was, Dr. Manigault has been in the holistic field for over 20 years. She caters to the company to help entrepreneurs create and simplify and to protect their systems and protect their well-being and scale stability using one integrated business operating system. It definitely was built to support entrepreneurs, and it helps people in the field with small businesses, because small businesses are overwhelmed. They're falling behind with AI systems. The company's target audience is for entrepreneurs, small businesses. It helps them to scale and to build into a bigger franchise and whatnot. It's simple. It's one platform, one system, and one login. They offer email automations, and the program helps integrate the systems with over 14 platforms. We are opening early investment conversations now because the demand for the automation simplicities is accelerating. The program helps save time, and it helps businesses scale faster without hiring. What I liked about the company, it was that they customized each program, each software to each individual company. So it's an easy software download in a sense, or a screenshot where it customizes each business to help cater and filter in more income and to eliminate multiple uses of platforms and multiple uses of different businesses or like programs. So it's all used for just one. Basically, it connects emails and social platforms, and it just keeps everything in one good dashboard. This is their subscription-based model. Once they do get going, it will accept $97 a month for each entrepreneur to help it keep going. The company is offering a half a million views and exposures. They're guaranteed an ROI in 30 days. They would like to get this going and the platform launched by March 1st. That helps accelerate the company. It helps bring on help to help get the company going and to launch the market growth and get things moving. This vision is not just a software, it's infrastructure for modern entrepreneurships. We're not replacing people, we're giving small businesses the power and the full team to operate through one full software. And thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you so much, Barbara. I really felt like you had a very strong PowerPoint. I felt like your PowerPoint, your slides were very strong. Where you lacked it was explaining each slide.
Yeah.
Had you would have put a little bit more detail into explaining, because the slides were there, the information was there. You even when it was all there, but it was just the presentation of it. You had a very great PowerPoint. You just lacked that presentation.
I would have to agree. Just listening, watching was great, but listening to you, I felt like you didn't really understand the business, her business, how this would be a solution, and then also tailoring it to her business. I saw nothing really customized. So, and then I also felt as though you were going through your presentation, your words were not matching the slide. So it probably would have been best to just, stick with the information that was on the slides, which would have also helped you kind of keep pace and, and just, and explain things more cohesively.
I feel like the PowerPoint kind of messed with your confidence a little bit. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I saw something in your PowerPoint that I did not mention, that you had to go do a little bit of research, because I saw a $497 in there. Where did you get that price from?
It's just it was the overall of what you would see with the growth of the company.
So, well, no, that's not where that come from, but I do like that answer, but that's not where it come from. So, we have two different ways, and that's another way that you can get sponsors to kind of come in, because once they saw, because we heard 97, now we saw 497, like, whoa, where that came from? You know what I'm saying? That would have set you apart had you been able to explain that, but that 497 actually come with me actually running the software for you. And I just thought you did the research, that's why I mentioned it. But I feel like even if you had read the slides per verbatim, that you would have been able to keep up and the information wouldn't have been choppy and lost, because I got confused and it was my company. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so I think you did a great job. Next time I would tell you, if you're doing something like sponsorship for another entrepreneur, include their brand, the brand colors, and all of that goodness, and my actual vision. Because I have it up there. I have mission statements, I have visions, I have all this that's on the web. It just takes a little bit of research to where when you're presenting a company, that you're educated about the company, so you don't have to say, well, what they are trying to do, because right then and there, I'm like, well, I thought you were presenting the sponsorship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's really all that.
So I'm gonna ask you a weird question. How much time did you spend on the PowerPoint?
Oh, we had an hour.
How much time did you spend on the PowerPoint?
Oh, it was definitely
Most of the hour?
most of my time just trying to put the information on it.
Okay, so here's what I would say. I think your PowerPoint is very good.
Okay.
Okay, it had all the details, all the information. Everything was there to sell me, okay, and get me to buy in.
Okay.
Minus one misspelling. Okay, but I think you focused so much of your time on doing the PowerPoint, making it look really good, that you didn't understand what you were presenting. You transcribed and put it in there, and it looks great, but the feeling wasn't there, the understanding wasn't there of what you were doing, because you would hit like one sentence out of everything. And that's the weakness of a PowerPoint, is typically we put too much detail in the PowerPoint, and we don't emphasize. A PowerPoint is meant to be like a highlight. And then we elaborate on the PowerPoint and draw out the feeling from, the potential client.
I got it.
If that makes sense. Because, I want to compliment you, like, when you came in, your personality, your energy, I wanted to, just buy it from you.
Yeah.
Because you do have a great personality and a great smile. It's just tying that into the product and showing the passion for what it is you're selling.
Yeah, it definitely will be something to
Instead of the
learn over
nervousness.
time. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great feedback.
One thing that I like about Barbara consistently is she really wholeheartedly takes in and absorbs the feedback and is appreciative of it.
Yeah.
Like, some people can say, oh, thank you so much, but she is like truly intrigued and grateful for it because I feel like she's consistently looking for ways to up her game and become better. With that being said, though, her nerves have really gotten the best of her, you know, throughout today. I noticed that before, and she's just, you know, she gets a little bit flustered, and I want to see her just kind of really pull that together because I think with, you know, with her personality, if she can just get her nerves together, she could just really hit it, you know, just hit a home run. And I'm waiting for that moment.
And I think if she just take a break,
Mhm.
pause, like when she get flustered, just pause. Like, and I think she'll get back on track because she was doing good in the beginning. And then when she made one mistake and not read what she actually had on her PowerPoint, that's when it kind of went left for her. Like, I feel like if she had just read the PowerPoint word for word, we probably would have been more appreciative of her work tonight.
I definitely would have preferred her to just read it off because she had a really strong PowerPoint.
She did.
She really had a really strong PowerPoint, but she got lost in the wordplay, literally, in using words like so on and so forth. You know, it was kind of like, it was one complete slide. She just didn't say anything on that slide. She just kind of went on to the next one. And I feel like those were key points that could have helped her, you know, have a better score.
Yeah, and they mention a lot of, like, they say things and software instead of saying like, oh, this is replacing MailChimp and this is replacing this. And, you know, if I wish they just digged a little bit deeper to show like which systems that are popular that they're actually replacing.
Yeah, I tend to very much agree with what you were saying with her. She's very accepting of the feedback. And when you watch the PowerPoint and you see how detailed it was, you can tell she's a great listener. So she listened to the assignment, she listened to what you said about the business, she took great notes, but it's in the back end and the translation of it. Like, we have to be able to take good notes, understand it, and then translate it to the people we're talking to. And I think timing may have impacted her, like the pressure of having 5 minutes to explain it. Once she got flustered, she stayed flustered and she never recovered.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's how do we respond under pressure?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur, you're always under pressure. So that's just something you got to learn how to roll with. You know, even at home, you know, with me, I get mad, I mess up, you know, but I handle that in the car. You know what I'm saying? I don't let my nerves get the best of it. And I think, you know, she just got to find a fidget spinner or something to be able to keep her nerves together because she would have dominated.
She's got the personality.
Yeah.
She can definitely do it. Just becoming more familiar with the topic and the value of the topic. You know, me as a salesperson, I have to wholeheartedly believe in anything I do.
Absolutely.
And once you believe in it, it comes out.
Yes, it does.
You know?
Yeah.
And you know, just sending her on a campaign to do sponsorship is like the information was there. All you literally had to do was just read. It was there.
Well, I think I did better than I expected, but definitely it's room for improvement. I got some really good feedback from the judges, and it's definitely something that I can move forward with in some of my other challenges and just even in life general with presenting. So if anything, my biggest takeaways was understanding how to use PowerPoints and how to present them.
At Preferred Waste Solution, we're proud to serve our community with reliable residential and backdoor waste services. As a minority, woman, and veteran-owned company, giving back is at the heart of what we do. Because this community supports us, and we proudly support it.
This challenge here, I feel much better about it than I did the previous challenge. I actually felt really good about the first challenge, but this one I feel a little bit better about it. And you know, going through the first challenge, there's some things that the judges gave me to critique me and to give me some advice on some different things that I overlooked from the last challenge. And so this challenge, I paid a little bit more attention to it. I also paid a little bit more attention to the entrepreneur. And so I'm feeling really good about it. Well, good evening. Thank you all for having me here. And I just want to give a presentation to you guys. You know, many businesses, they will live or die in this age of technology. And the question is why? Why is that? Because of management or communication to their clients and to potential customers. Many businesses, businesses are managing their marketing campaigns and their communication using multiple platforms. This is costly, and we know how much of a headache this can be. Well, we have a solution for you. How about centralizing all of these services under one location? Dr. Sharminique Manigault and her team have developed a software to do just this. Introducing to you the Software Made Easy. But before I dive too far into this software, let me tell you who Dr. Manigault is. She is the CEO of Charming Enhancements, a company focused on holistic care. They help people with their blood pressure, diabetes, weight loss, and personal strategies and suitable lifestyle habits. Their approach is to give people opportunity to work with their bodies in situations that it needs to help to heal and to watch their health markers improve. Charming Enhancements was voted the best weight loss center in South Carolina this year. Their holistic approach is mind, body, and soul. Now that we qualified who Dr. Manigault is and Charming Enhancements, let us talk about Software Made Easy. Software Made Easy brings multiple business communications and services into one platform. No more multiple subscriptions. Emails, text messaging, marketing campaigns, and 14 different social media platforms are all under one umbrella. And let's not forget phone service assistance. Software Made Easy also has AI wording assistance. It also has automated responses. So when people send text messages, it sends an automated text message response. When people make phone calls, it sends automated phone call responses, as well as emails. With over 1 million views, SME will help companies grow their businesses. It is personally customizable to each individual business, no matter what type of business it is. SE is not an app, it is a software. SME is scheduled to launch on March the 1st, 2026. And at $97 a month, subscribers will be able to take advantage of this service, revolutionizing their communication and their marketing campaigns. SME is looking for sponsors to take advantage of this investment in this revolutionary software. Their goal is to gain $250,000 in sponsors. This investment will make it possible for SME to launch as scheduled with all the necessary tools and functions to help companies to grow their businesses. There is no software out there that provides this type of services to companies combining their communication and marketing campaigns in one place. Be a part of this new innovation by investing today in being a sponsor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Byron. One of the things that I really loved, I loved your call to action at the end. I definitely liked, even in the beginning, you highlighted a problem and then you came with a solution. That's one of the things that we do in entrepreneurship. That's what allows your business to grow, or that's what allows for a successful business, is to find a pain point or to find a problem and then provide a solution. And so you told us about the problem, about multiple platforms and having to list things in different areas. And then you came with a solution and say, well, we're going to consolidate all of this, and we're going to put it all in one spot that makes it easier. I felt like you did really well on this challenge. So yeah, I think you did pretty good.
Thank you.
So I actually love how you started everything. Like how she said with the pain points and everything, you hitting them right then and there, straight out the gate. You got this going on? I got this. You got this? I got this. You got this? I got this. Only thing I think would kind of lose, a sponsor in there is transitioning that holistic practitioner to a tech company, right? To a software company. They're going to want to know how we got there, because why would I invest my money into this holistic practitioner that knows nothing about tech? You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, you know, with that transition, I actually like your proposal.
Yeah, I thought you did solid on explaining what the issues were and what you were fixing. You know, just like you said, it's like if you understand what the problem is and what the solution is, it's better for us to want to participate and invest in what you're doing. I think it could have been a little smoother, right? You did get me emotionally, you know, like attached to trying to help people and solve the problem, and you were very clear on what the cost of the program was, and then how much you were looking from the investment, but how much are you looking from us to raise as a part of the investment, and what kind of return are we looking at for that investment, so I can gauge how much I want to put into it. So, but I think you did a great job.
I liked your enthusiasm. You really just reeled me in from the beginning. I would have liked to see more clarity around the ROI. What am I getting for what I'm putting in? You did a great job on clarifying what the company does and how this software would be very useful in the business and our bang for our buck. But for me, I would have liked to see the ROI, because at the end of the day, as an investor, I want to know how much money I'm getting back and how fast I'm getting it back.
Absolutely.
I like Byron. I felt like his presentation was very cohesive, very smooth. Again, I would have liked to see some visuals, and I would have liked for him to explain more about the ROI, for the sponsorships. And because he didn't dive into that, that makes me wonder, does he truly know that or understand that, or understand what the ROI was? But I think he did a great job.
Yeah, that was for me too. Because as you stated, anytime anybody is investing in anything, it's really a numbers thing. And they always want to look at charts and demographics. And they want to know, if I invest this amount of money, what am I getting in return? How soon am I going to see, you know, the return? Because that keeps people wanting to continue to invest. But other than that, like I said, I felt like he really saw the problem. He highlighted the problem and he came with a direct solution. Even as she stated, it could have been a smoother transition from holistic. I like the fact that he gave the background of it,
yes,
but he did not tell how she, you know, transitioned from holistic to the AI part of it.
Yeah, I like how he created a connection, you know, in explaining the business owner. And so if you feel that connection, you want to like the person you're investing with. You want to feel like you can trust them and that there's value, and he did a good job of that. But at the end, like you said, it wasn't the full connection on, you know, the software to the holistic.
Yeah.
You know.
And that was one of the things I kind of dove into, and I love that he used, you know, my story and everything, but I would have rather him admitted my story than to not completely tell it. And then another thing with him, outside of, you know, what he talked about, I just didn't like that he never told my investors, you know, what they're getting, because that's really, really important. Like they'll drop the ball, like they'll be ready to give you $250, but if they don't know how to get their money back, they're not going to give you that money. So outside of that, his presentation, everything, he drew me in, but I feel like he dropped the ball at the end, because my investor probably would have walked away because they didn't know what they were getting out the deal.
I wouldn't have put in any sponsorship dollars, just because I couldn't see clearly where my money was going, how much money you needed, but then where it was going and how it was going to benefit the different things and then produce my ROI.
Right.
So not only am I getting it back, but how.
Absolutely, I agree.
So I think I did pretty good with this challenge. You know, I gave my presentation, and I touched on a lot of the points that was noted that we need to touch on. There was one area that I did not have any information about, and that was the ROI, which I could have done a little better job of in getting that information. And so I know that beforehand, when we had an opportunity to talk to the entrepreneur, I remembered that was a question that I wanted to ask, and I never did ask it. So in my presentation, I didn't have that information. But overall, I think I did a pretty good job, and I'm happy and I'm excited.
They'll tell you that you're too much, too loud, too ambitious. But we are more than enough. We are a force, building each other up, breaking barriers, and creating our own path. Join us.
feel. No cap, no gimmicks, this is how it feels.
I feel pretty good about this challenge. It had its challenges, but I were able to again power through it, and so I'm going to keep powering through these challenges to get it done. So I would like to first apologize that my presentation is not opening up in slideshow view. So thank you so much for your patience. I am going to present the Software Made Easy deck for sponsorship. So the why. Dr. Shamanique Manigault is an award-winning entrepreneur and resilience expert who provides Fortune 500 companies with a framework for high-stakes decision-making. She is the visionary behind the Wealthpreneur Group. She has created a mastermind software tool called Software Made Easy, which is a one-stop hub that has funnels, campaigns, and text messaging subscriptions for entrepreneurs seeking to program their entire business with easy, accessible AI features. The analytics currently reflect as 500,000 views monthly and 10% ROI in 30 days. This hub has major system integrations and are linked to 14 social media platforms as such as Pinterest, YouTube, and Thread, just to name a few. She is also a holistic care techie with over 20 years in the healthcare business and started this business due to experiencing her own health challenges. She is the CEO of Holistic Challenge. She is the CEO of the Holistic Hub, which provides holistic care for those suffering with different health challenges. Her purpose is the holistic being of the mind, body, and soul. As seen, there is not one software that is compatible to SME as of today. This software is built to leverage daily tasks for entrepreneurs looking to streamline their process and make for a better funnel and campaigns. Each profile is individually tailored to meet each business needs. She is seeking your assistance with a sponsorship of $250,000. This sponsorship will assist with maintenance, This sponsorship will assist with manpower, software needs, and other necessities to make this a successful pilot. Right now, these are some of her media highlights. So she currently have over 500,000 followers on all social media platforms collectively. Let's get into our sponsorship packages. The first one is our exclusive sponsor at $100,000. And so what you would get is a complimentary SME expert for 3 months to provide hands-on information, 10% return on investment within 30 days, 30 days analytic investment, business review and consultation, 500,000 views and exposure, personalized SME platform, a mobile app replacement, and text replacement. Go down to our gold sponsorship. That would be $50,000. 30 days analytic investment, personalized SME platform, 500,000 views and exposure. Now our last but not least silver sponsorship package at $1,000. 30 days analytic investment, 500,000 views and exposure. Your sponsorship is needed and will be of value for a successful pilot of this software, which is scheduled to launch March 1st within 90 days. It will secure the future needs of Software Made Easy and will positively impact countless business and assist with the growth of the economy. The partnership stands as a testament to our company's commitment to streamlining your organization needs, which will enrich the future of our community. It is for entrepreneurs on the go. Software Made Easy capabilities, integrated text messages, business analytic upgrades, more business exposure, chat box features, and 14 social media platforms integrations. We would greatly appreciate your sponsorship. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aisha. One of the things that I really loved about your presentation was that in the beginning you highlighted a lot of things. It didn't take us to go down to 4 or 5 slides before we got to certain points as far as you talked about the ROI, you talked about her, the company within itself. So I do love the fact that you led off with that and we didn't have to wait with that. One of the things that I would say is sometimes less is more. Okay. So just even putting together your slides, the paragraphs and the wording, it was just a bit much. And sometimes because we live in the world and we talked about social media, so we live in the world with the platforms where we have TikTok and we have Facebook Reels. It's really easy to lose someone's attention span when you have TikToks that in 10 seconds they can show you how to cook a meal, how they consolidate everything. So sometimes less is just more. It was just a lot of words and it made it kind of difficult to see. But like I said, other than that, you hit a lot of the points. I do love the fact that you broke down the different tiers and stuff. And like I said, I just really enjoyed the fact that you let us know everything up front. We didn't have to wait for you to maneuver through each slide to get what it was that you were trying to say.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
In addition to that, I really like the way that you recognize and you already called out one of the issues is that your PowerPoint was not working properly. You thanked us for your patience. And I feel like when you call those things out front and you acknowledge them, it doesn't allow us to come back in to be able to say, hey, you did this and did that. You had just a few minor hiccups, but what I appreciated about you is you kept your cool the entire time. You did not get frazzled. And I saw that if you felt to get frazzled, you felt like you were getting frazzled, you stopped, you took a breath, and you kept your composure. I think that's very important when you're presenting something like this. The information was very clear and concise. To piggyback off what she said, I'm one of those, tell me what it is, tell me now, and very quickly, don't make me wait, because then you're gonna start to lose my attention. And you did that very, very well up front. You hit all of the major points, you explained the benefits, you explained the features, and how that would help me out as a small business owner. Good job.
Thank you. So I like that you did a little bit of research, with me when it comes to certain things. The part that I didn't like as much is there wasn't much facts. So I don't have 500 followers. I get 500 views, and that makes a difference because if you're going to a company telling that Software Made Easy has 500 followers, or I have 500,000 followers, when you go to present and they go to, look at me, they're gonna be like, well, where are these followers? Then I'm not putting my money towards that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with your verbiage when it comes to social media, because things like that, matter. And then if you're saying I have 500 followers, I would like my picture. I'm not sure who that lady is in the red, but I would like my picture to be shown, so that people have a reference. Because if I'm an investor and I'm looking at your presentation, you're talking about social media, you're talking about all of these great views, all of this and that. When I go to look for this person, I'm looking for this person here in this red jacket. You know what I'm saying? And one other thing, investors do not like when they don't know how they're gonna get their money back. Right? So yes, great, you explain the product, but once they put their money in, how are they getting their money back? When they getting the money back? How's their money coming? What are they getting for investing this, outside of what the actual product can do?
Gotcha. Thank you for your feedback.
On a PowerPoint, it's meant to be bullet points, not to be so detail oriented. You should never have entire paragraphs in a PowerPoint. Okay. You have the highlights that people are going to focus on, and then you elaborate on the rest. When you put all those paragraphs, I don't know if you noticed, your back was to us the whole time. You were reading your PowerPoint. We didn't get to see your expressions, your face, any emotion or anything. So in a PowerPoint, again, it's bullet points. And what you should do is tell us what you're going to tell us, and then tell us again. Okay? And, have a very strong call to action. Why should we make a decision? Why should we do this? And going to your point on the 500,000 followers, if you get somebody that's analytical like me, and your whole thing is we have 500,000 followers, I'm going to go look at all your pages. I'm going to analyze your followers. I'm going to say how many are real, how many are bot, right? Okay. How many don't exist anymore? What is their interest? Like, are those 500,000 followers who I'm looking for my market? Because if they're holistic people and I'm in the financial industry, it does me no good. Okay, so that if you're going to make that a selling point, you got to make sure it relates to whoever you're talking to. So the views are always important. You want to get reach, okay? But I would analyze all of that.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your feedback.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aisha.
Thank you.
I think there was too much reliance on the PowerPoint. She didn't know the topic well enough. And like I said earlier, she was just reading right off the PowerPoint, never faced us, never interacted with us, never got our buy-in to see what we were interested in. I know I personally like to see the expression on somebody's face, see what they're responding to. Well, what they're not responding to, and I just never felt anything except for somebody reading. So I'm trying to read the same time she's trying to read, and there was a lot of print.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of print on there.
Yeah.
Y'all, don't kill me for saying this. I just gotta be honest. I think her personality is very busy, and it shows up in her work. Mm-hmm. Because I saw that with the last, that PowerPoint was just too much for me. It was overwhelming. The paragraphs, the misspelling of the words, and she was it was just too much. I don't even know I seen planes, and I don't know who's ready for takeoff, and laptops. It was just very busy. Mm-hmm. And sometimes less is more. Mm-hmm. You just don't have to do all of that. And it was just a little busy for me.
I definitely agree that she could have, put more bullet points and spoke more to it if she felt confident in the material that she was presenting. So I will applaud her because I don't feel that she felt 100% confident in all of the material, but in order to not look as not confident, she stuck to the slides. So I almost rather stick to the slides, read the slides to get all of the information clearly concise and convey that to us versus try to go ad lib or, show her personality and step outside of her comfort zone and just really totally distract the PowerPoint. I will say that she is taking our advice because her personality is very big. And she dresses to match her personality. And some of the feedback that we've given her before is, the way that you're dressing or your attire is kind of taking away from us being able to focus on what it is you're trying to present. So what I applaud her in doing is she really kind of toned that down. She toned her dress down, but she also helped reflect her dress colors in the PowerPoint. So I actually thought that was, pretty cool.
So I'm kind of conflicted with hers because she put a lot of facts in there that wasn't true about my company or me. I'm not really sure where she got the information from. But even when she mentioned the Holistic Hub, that is a product of mine, but that is a community. That's not a product to help somebody, go in there and just prevent diseases. It's a community of bringing people together to be a supportive system. So the fact that she was able to find the Holistic Hub without me ever saying anything about it was awesome, but she didn't read the description of what the actual hub was. So there was a lot of information that I feel as though would have cost me my sponsorship if somebody was interested in, because when they went to go fact check, I would have looked like a liar. So I wouldn't have used her sponsorship deck at all because a lot of it wasn't the truth about me nor my company.
Yeah, in the beginning it kind of felt like it was more of like an executive summary because she summarized it really well. She honed in, she went in, but yeah.
Well, and that just lends back to, doing your research, being very confident in the information that you're presenting. And maybe that's why she wasn't so confident, because she didn't fully understand it and possibly could have run out of time. We don't know. But she was trying to put the facts to the best of her ability into the PowerPoint.
Well, obviously from the judges' criticizing me and critiques. I don't think I did as well as I thought I did. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to keep pushing. That's just my mantra. I don't give up. Listen, I'm here to get it done, and I'm going to keep going. That's it.
They'll tell you that you're too much, too loud, too ambitious. But we are more than enough. We are a force, building each other up, breaking barriers, and creating our own path. Join us.
How do I feel about this challenge? First, I've never did a sponsorship deck, so this is my first one. I feel that it is interesting, so the first thing I did was research a sponsorship deck. After I did that, I then researched the judge that we had to present, and she was very interesting, and I liked everything about her. She was fun, and I thought the colors that she had on today was very interesting. They were popping, although it was very different on her profile in her website. So everything about her program was very interesting, and actually would be very helpful for a business like mine. So I look forward to presenting it today.
Software Made Easy, empowering entrepreneurs, mind, body, and business. Every great innovation begins with compassion and purpose. Dr. Sharmonique Bailey Maganat, a visionary entrepreneur and wellness holistic advocate, noticed a powerful truth. Entrepreneurs pour everything into their business but forget to empower themselves. Driven by a passion to support whole entrepreneurs' mind, body, and soul, Dr. Maganat envisioned a solution that bridged technology, productivity, and well-being. Thus, Software Made Easy was born, a platform designed to provide immediate, high-quality virtual assistant for entrepreneurs, giving them a freedom to reclaim their time, health, and peace of mind. Since 2022, Dr. Maganat and her wife dedicated her expertise and her heart to developing Software Made Easy to full product launch set March 1st, 2026. By investing into this software, sponsors will empower entrepreneurs to run efficient, sustainable, and healthy business by simplifying technology, boosting productivity, and supporting total well-being. Gain premium brand association with Software Made Easy, a tech innovation founded by the #1 voted weight loss clinic in South Carolina, the Holistic Health Club, a trusted name in health and transformation. A massive visibility on social media platform, exclusive brand opportunities, featured logo placement on websites and mobile apps, marketing material, digital campaigns, interview, sponsorships and contents, press release and media coverage, long-term partnerships similar to that of Echo Park, just like Atlanta Motor Speedways. I can see my company could use this, similar to that of email campaigns where you can send virtual assistants, immediate responses. If someone has a question, immediate responses. I'm busy that day. So I could ask for someone to join the movement. Please sponsor my software Made Easy. You're not investing in the software, you're empowering the movement by honoring the entrepreneurs as humans, simpler, healthier lifestyle. Please invest at least $250,000 by helping us launch this program by March 1st, 2026. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julia. Julia, with this, I have a question. Do you understand what it was that you were asked to present?
It was a sponsorship deck.
Okay. So there were certain things that we were looking for in the sponsorship. I would have loved to hear about the return on investment. You talked about the $250,000, but I wanted to hear more about the number side.
Okay.
I felt like you kind of lost me a little bit in the presentation. I really didn't know what was going on. It kind of seems as if you were selling us her, not really selling us the sponsorship.
Okay.
You talked about why it would help you, but I think you kind of got a little confused, and I think you really just lacked clarity. I feel like you should have got a little bit more clarity on what it was that we were looking for from you, so that you could have presented a better presentation.
I agree. I think that it lacked a little bit of clarity, was a little bit choppy. I like that you did have a call to action to say, hey, come and invest in here, in this software, but I would have liked to see more about what this software was going to do, how it was going to bring a return on investment, how much my return on investment would be, how long it would take to get my return on investment, and just more clarity around those numbers, and then also a little bit more clarity around the company, so to speak. It just got a little bit choppy for me.
I like what you did. So you told the full story. You made it. She went from holistic to this is what she went to. But when you got to this is what she went to, we forgot about what the program does. And then personally, I'm gonna tell you, as someone watching you present, you did better when you went off script.
Okay.
So like I was more interested in what you had to say once you stopped actually reading what you wrote. And I actually heard, I have to disagree with the judges a little bit because I didn't hear numbers, but I heard what you mentioned as far as like their return on investment, as far as logo placements on the apps and brand awareness. And I heard you mention those things, but with it being so choppy, you kind of get lost in the sauce of what you're actually talking about. You hit the things when it came to, okay, what you're getting back, but you're not telling them what the software actually does outside of email marketing.
Okay.
I know for me as an entrepreneur, one of the most valuable things I have is my time. And I think that the software application is designed to give you back your time and make things easier in your business. What I would like to see is more of a closing funnel. Okay, what do I mean by a closing funnel? You mentioned a couple of the features. You mentioned the email marketing, the social media platforms. What I would have liked to have seen is you go a little bit further and explain how those features will benefit businesses. And then I understand more of why people would purchase this software to help them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Julia has really great presentation skills, but I was very disappointed in this presentation. I felt like it was really, really choppy. I feel like she missed a lot of key moments. She talked a little bit about your company. She mentioned features and benefits, or I guess features that I would get if I were to, invest my money. But as you said, she didn't explain that I would get my time back. It wasn't the most important things that I would be looking for. I didn't understand where my money would be going, how I would get it back, or how soon I would get it back.
And I have to agree with you. She reminded me almost like my homegirl telling somebody about my business and telling them that I needed $250,000. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounded like, oh, well, I don't really know what all it does, but she's successful and you should just donate to her. And that's the kind of vibe I got. It wasn't so much of a sponsorship, proposal, more as a homegirl might be talking about me to somebody who she think I might.
I have to be honest, for me, she just totally missed it. I just felt like she lacked clarity. She did not really, she talked about the features, you know, hey, you got the email, and she got really excited when she said, my business can use this. But when we look at numbers and we talk about return on investments and we talk about sponsorship, people want to know where are their funds going. She didn't talk about anything. She was lost.
Yeah.
And it just bottom line, she was just lost.
Agreed.
Yeah, I didn't feel like any connection at all with anything she was saying. I had no urge to like even be interested in anything she was offering.
Absolutely.
It was just very cold, and there was like no excitement, no emotion, no urgency.
And I'm gonna be, I have to say that because I know you said she presents well. Honestly, for me, she doesn't. I don't think she's a really good presenter. I think that the nervousness takes over. And, you know, when the nervousness takes over, it just takes over.
Yeah.
And anytime that, especially if you're talking about sponsorship and you're going before people to present, you have to show yourself, you have to be confident in what you're saying.
Yeah,
You know, because even if, to be honest, if the confidence was there, even if I don't know, because you can win people over and say, I'll invest in it, I'll give. You don't even know what you're giving to. You get what I'm saying? But she missed it for me.
Yeah. I can just say that from her first initial interview, I mean, she came out so strong in how she presented herself, how she carried herself. And I'm not seeing that. I'm really not seeing that.
Yeah.
How do I feel like I did? I feel like I could have presented the judges more what they were looking for. I wish I would have dived a little bit deeper into what a sponsorship deck was. And I guess within an hour, faster and deeper search, and gave a better detail on what that looked like and presented a better product for, you know, the guest judge.
Clock on the wall, no time for excuses. Bitch under pressure, watch you really produce it. Brand on the line, gotta move like a boss. One wrong decision and it come with a cost. They talk big game, but they fall when it's real. We don't do almost, we do proof and we build. From the grind to the stage, from the plan to the play. This that season where the week get it right. Hold up. Feel that shift in the air when the lights hit your face. Can you stand right there? Everybody wanna win till the work get unfair. Tell me what you made of when the moment get rare. I'm the real. Built from the fire, made for the field. No cap, no gimmicks, this is how it feels. Dreams get tested, but the